Welcome back, squabbling robotic parents. Today we'll be solving the dispute of Cornelius and Oswald so we can eventually get into Arbiter's Court, because of course we can't just walk in there. That would be kind of uncouth. So could anyone else judge your
Could
case?
someone else judge your case?
Of whom were you thinking? Metromine, perhaps? Authoritative, to be sure, but I fear she could claim Rex for the good of all.
And since the subway schemer
He means Metromine.
shut down our builder Factor, he cannot help either.
What about Horatio?
Who?
Me.
And why should we listen to you?
I've built a robot before, and I have no stake in this.
Yes, well and good, but this is a matter of law and logic. A bit harder than banging together a tin can like your companion. How can we know your reasoning is sound?
Well, why don't you go ahead and test me?
Test me.
An interesting proposition. What do you say, Cornelius?
What did I say? I say that you are a liar and a thief, Oswald. But as to this Horatio, well, as to him, so be it.
Boss, if they make us find 7 lost crystals, I'm quitting.
Right. Consider this. At the binomial biennial, 7 robots from the probability circle are gathered for a party.
The what circle is gathered at the what? Is this some kind of vocab test?
I said quiet.
Each robot is either a factor built or a Sternweiler built.
Blasted Sternweilers.
And moreover, each robot is designed with either a quad-core, a linear type, or a multiplex processor architecture.
This is ridiculous!
Pay attention. Factor or Sternweiler. Quad-core, linear type, or multiplex.
Indeed. Now I will tell you 3 things about these probabilitists. First, there are more factor-built robots than Sternweiler builds. Second, every linear-type robot was built by Factor. Finally, Sternweiler never built a robot with a quad-core.
Now listen, which of the following statements about the probabilitist circle cannot possibly be true?
Now it's funny that these guys, they clearly coordinated together this whole test long before I showed up, just to test someone. Not me necessarily, but somebody. It's just sort of funny. Anyway, the one that cannot possibly be true out of all these, of course there's 5 robots can have linear processors, 5 robots can have quad cores, 4 robots can have multiplex processors, 5 robots can were built by Factor. Those could all possibly be true. But the one that cannot, of course, would be 4 robots were built by Sternweiler, because of course there are 7 robots, and as they indicated, there are more Factor builds than Sternweiler builds.
4 robots were built by Sternweiler.
Good show.
The preceding facts are unchanged. Now, answer this. If exactly 2 factor-built robots have the same type of processor architecture, then which of the following must be true?
Well, let's see what we got here. We have one of the 7 robots has a quad-core processor, so this one is one that must absolutely be true. One of the 7 robots has a quad-core processor. That is not absolutely true. 2 of the 7 robots has a linear-type processor, which doesn't absolutely have to be true. 4 of the 7 robots have a multiplex processor, which doesn't have to be true. And of course, 5 of the 7 robots were built by Factor. None of those have to be true. The one that has to be true to make this possible is 3 of the 7 robots were built by Sternweiler. That's the only way the arithmetic works out.
3 of the 7 robots were built by Sternweiler.
Correct. Here is the 3rd question. The facts are still unchanged. Which of the following types of processor architecture might you find in a probabilitist built by Sternweiler?
Alright, so this one's actually easier than the second one, to be honest, because they said that all the linear types are Factor builds. And then they attested that Sternweiler never built a quad-core robot. So they are only multiplex.
Only multiplex.
Well, it seems we underestimated you, my friend. I'm uploading the facts of our dispute to your data pouch. Please, take some time to consider, and let us know when you are ready to hear our arguments.
So they slipped that into our data pouch. Let's go ahead and take a look. So here's the Rex lawsuit. We have design by Cornelius, assembly by Oswald, concept to completion greater than 4 years, design time 1 year. Cornelius invented new pneumatic drivetrain assembly. Her assembly includes mini servos, Waldos, and crankshafts. Cost of parts borne equally by both. Basic frame incorporates features of public domain model. Cornelius has several other well-known bot designs. Oswald has never built any other robot, but has serviced Factor for many years. I see. Well, I think we're ready. I'm ready to hear your arguments, gentlemen.
I'm ready to hear your arguments.
Excellent, excellent. My dear friend, this is not a difficult case. In the Primordium, it was once said, 10 people have 10 ideas and 20 idle hands. Wise Horatio. Long years have passed, but the principle remains true. Did Cornelius have the idea for my beloved Rex? I can see he did. But who built him with his own claws and tools? Who hammered and soldered and wired Rex? That would be my humble self. Wise Horatio, a robot's fabronymic has the suffix built, not designed. And Rex is Oswald built, no matter who designed him.
Okay.
It makes a good case, boss.
What about you, Cornelius?
Ah, if you're so smart, you can figure this out for yourself. The question isn't what built Rex, but who built him. Your little friend there isn't named Hammerbuilt or Plasma Torchbuilt. You call him Horatio Built. Every robot uses tools to build. Oswald was merely a tool with tools. My vision was the creative force. And if you disagree, then you can go and rust in the rain.
What do you think, boss? Who gets to take credit?
Cornelius is such a spiteful little fellow, isn't he? Well, you know what? You can't give credit to either. I think we have to give credit to your creator.
Neither of you could have built Rex without the other, so neither of you can put your name on him. But you both share a common builder, Factor.
A common denominator, right, boss?
Both of you are Factor builts. Therefore, your robot's name is Rex Factor Built.
Factor built? Built?
Ridiculous. And yet, the name is beyond dispute.
Indeed.
Take this then, as a sign of our appreciation.
He flips us a silver nickel or something.
Told the dates to the Primordium itself.
Neat. So we've solved one family's
You know,
problem.
my idea would have been to threaten to cut Rex in half.
King
You got
Solomon, huh?
upset when I cut that fuse box open.
Yeah, but that Rex just rubbed me the wrong way.
King Solomon Crispin. Anyway, what'd he give us? A disc.
It's a silver disc with a faded image embossed on its front.
Yeah, it certainly looks like a coin. Perhaps we'll be able to give that to Leopold. And what was this?
A complicated floating robot with a spinning antenna on its head.
Sure, well, let's actually talk to the battle bot up here.
A tough-looking war machine.
A tough-looking war machine.
Excuse me.
Sir, my apologies, sir. 187th Legion built. Surly Company. Reporting.
Horatio Nobuilt, version 5. A pleasure.
Horatio Nobuilt, sir? Never heard of any service bot with that designation. Still, it's good to see another Urbanian, sir. After things got foobarred back home, I figured Surly Company was all that was left.
Urbanian? What are you talking about?
Assad finally made a friendly and he's as cracked as Primer.
Primer?
No offense, sir, just hoped... Well, never mind that. How can I assist you, sir?
Well, Surly Company, Urbanian, what does that all mean?
Surly Company. Urbanian. What are you talking about?
Well, sir, I'm not sure quite where to start. I had you figured for one of us, seeing as how you came up as a friendly on my IFF.
I could see you as a member of Surly Company, boss, but as friendly? Nah.
Assume he's got some mouth on him, huh, sir? Always do those flyboys.
Look, why don't you just give me a quick rundown?
Well, sir, can't see the harm, even if you are a decoy. War's over, after all. It was over before Surly Company even deployed. See, we're Urbanian robots. Long time back, Urbani and Metropol got to fighting over something, who knows what. The Metropolitans fried our civilians, and Legion told us to strike back. Word was, some big airship of ours was supposed to knock out Metropol's defenses, and we just come in for mop-up. But the Metros took our ship down with their own heavy hitter, some giant named Goliath.
I see.
Anyway, Surly Company was all that was left, so we deployed 200 strong.
What happened then?
Well, it's a long march for Urbani, sir, and most of us broke down on the way. All said and done, the only ones who made it were me, 113th, and a signal bot we call Primer. The rest are all out there in the dunes somewhere.
I'm sorry.
War's war, sir. If it didn't crash hard, they wouldn't have built us in the first place.
If it makes you feel any better, Horatio cut Goliath's finger off.
Well, sir, someone ought to stick a medal on your chest.
Well, let's see. Why are you in line?
Why are you in line?
Seeing as how I'm on the outside now, sir, I figured I had to go pay restitution for shooting up the enemy HQ.
Enemy HQ?
Yes, sir. That big tower in the center of the city.
Okay, so why haven't you paid? It sounds like all of this happened a long time ago.
Years ago, sir. But the courthouse has been locked down the whole time. I figured they'll open it up eventually, and then I can clear my name.
What if it doesn't open?
Well, sir, I know all about hurry up and wait.
Well, let's see. Can I try opening up the door?
Can I try opening that door?
Belay that, sir. The authorities told me that no one goes in till the door opens on its own.
But aren't we on the same side?
Affirmative, sir. But since I'm on CivDiv now, my programming requires me to submit to the local authorities.
Well, shoot. What happened to 113th and Primer?
What happened to 113th and Primer?
After we got to Metropole, we tried to put up a fight, but couldn't do much. They fried 113th, and my rifle's jammed. Primer surrendered on our behalf. After dressing us down, they took all my big guns and sold 113th shell to some scrap dealer. Primer never was the same. He encrypted part of his own logic so he wouldn't have to think about losing the war any longer. Then, he disappeared beneath the city. And me, I came here.
Well, how'd the war end?
How did the war end?
For Surly Company, it ended when we staggered in here and surrendered. Beyond that, sir, it's all above my pay grade. Truth is, sir, we never even knew what we were fighting for, let alone what the Metropolitans wanted. So I can't say for certain that Metropole won, but I'm pretty sure Urbani lost, what with all the civilians being dead and the army being beaten.
I see. Well, how do you know you have to pay something?
How do you know you even have to pay something?
This seems logical, sir.
What if I could pay your fine for you, or get it canceled?
Well, sir, then I'd be much obliged, and I'd probably just leave town. Can't say that I'd much like being in enemy territory.
And how are we gonna do that, boss?
I'll figure something out. Goodbye.
Over and out, sir.
Well, that was fun. Now, let's try to talk to you.
Hello? Hello?
I don't think it can hear you, boss.
Maybe it doesn't speak with words. Perhaps it speaks with signals.
I'm going to try sending messages to him in binary.
On an analog transmitter? That sounds like fun. For once, I'm glad you're the one with hands.
Maybe the rose bulbs unfurl their spirals for you, son.
What's he saying?
You do not join the harmony. I sing alone. I am one part of my friend. To your kind, I will be known as Gimbal, built by Leopold of Civitas.
Civitas?
The choir is silent. Burning ship has been extinguished. Strange tractors track no more. I alone sing the function.
That thing is so hard to understand, isn't it? I'm glad I got subtitles. So why are you in line?
When I came to this silent city, I looked for others to join the harmony. Leopold, built by Steeple, told me that he had a device that would sing with me. In exchange, I traded my secondary motor. What he sold me does not say. Here we have it.
Cool, so we got... Apparently this thing got ripped off by Leopold.
Leopold tricked, and he will not return my motor. I will sue him and force him to return. Infinite lawsuits, say one.
I see. Well, why don't you speak? I'm guessing because you can't.
I sing with all my voices. You hear only one.
It sounds... This thing really reminds me of, like, the oars from Star Control 2. The way it has sort of a sing-song voice. Well, can I go ahead of you?
No, I must recover my motor so that I can dance with the harmony.
Okay, well, let's go get her motor.
Looks like we're going to need to go talk to Leopold about a motor.
Yep, let's get going. I was gonna say, is there anything down here? I think there might be. Where does this go? Oh, we have a sad robot.
I am
Rather simple looking model.
He is
What are you
waiting.
doing here?
waiting.
For what?
My bus.
I'm pretty sure the bus isn't coming.
It will come.
Your bus is a burning wreck about 2 blocks from here.
It will come. I must go home. Metromite will take me home.
Aw. He's so patient.
Bus stop. Buses run every 10 minutes. 10 is crossed out and 30 is written below it. 30 is crossed out and 60 is written below it. 60 is crossed out and daily is written below it.
Daily minutes? That doesn't make sense.
If it makes you feel better, daily is crossed out and service suspended is written below it.
But this sad robot will not move from his stead. Anything else down here? I don't think so.
I am waiting.
We can see you're waiting, you little rascal. He's such a trooper. Let's get out of here. Alright, let's go give Leopold some shit. You know what? I think I want to ask the knowledge base a few things. We've got some new terms. So let's see. I want to ask about Urbani. During the Primordium, at least 3 other great cities existed. Civitas, Municipa, and Urbani. Little is known about them other than that they were all part of the War of the Four Cities, and all are presumed to have been destroyed during that conflict. Oh, tell me about... I guess it's just worse that with all the other ones, right? Civitas. Civitas? Yeah, it's all with that. What about the Great Fractal? Can we actually ask about that? Nah, it doesn't know about such things. Thought I'd check. Now let's see, Goliath? Goliath it does know about. Goliath is a massive warbot built to guard Metropole from all dangers. He is stationed in the dunes outside the city. Indeed he is. Also, I don't think I got my printout. Go ahead and take that. I forgot I left it there last time.
The Law and You, a Metropolitan Guide. It's written by Clarity Arbiter Built. It explains about the refuge rule and says that for the first 48 hours after a robot arrives at Metropole, it will not be punished for violations of any laws except for harming another robot or causing significant property damage.
That's a pretty sweet law. That means I could probably get... It didn't say anything about stealing, right?
It's a vinyl record entitled Children's Sing-Along, whatever that means.
And of course that's the thing that sings that this son of a bitch sold to that poor impressionable robot.
It's Leopold, the junk dealer.
Indeed. Well, let's see. You need to give back Gimble's motor.
You need to give Gimbal back his motor, Leopold.
All trains are final, Tyro. Told him that before we did the swap. Now my problem, he don't like records.
You knew he wasn't looking for a record.
Listen, Tyro, I don't know what people want or don't want. They do. Not my job to do Q&A on their faulty logic.
You know he's going to sue you, right?
Let him try. First off, he can't get into the courthouse any more than you can. Second, what's his case? A deal's a deal.
Is it now? Well, tell me about 113th Legion build.
Did you buy an Urbanian robot named 113th Legion build?
I've done a lot of trades, Tyro. I can't be expected to keep track of them all.
Let's see.
Goodbye.
Actually, I want to look at this robot behind us.
A narrow cylindrical robot.
I dub him 20 TEM.
Why?
He looks like a...
Well, I fucked that up.
20.
Whatever.
It's Leopold.
Let's see what you got.
Let me see your stuff.
Come take a look.
I don't have a larger motor because I'm pretty sure this is Gimble's motor right here.
Is that Gimbal's motor?
Sure it is. Find me a bigger one, and it's yours.
So of course we have to find a larger one. We also have a coin. I think we can buy something with that coin. Trying to figure out what we need. I think a glass... Well, he wants a glass thumb for that one, right? What about...
That servo unit.
Well, that one's broken.
Well, bring me something that'll cover a face, and it's yours.
Something that'll cover a face. I don't think that's that. Let's see, can I just give this to you?
I need to see what he's offering before I can make a trade.
Well, shoot.
Let me see.
Come take a look.
What do you want for this? I think you want something for this.
It's not worth trading for that.
This is a sterling air.
Would it help me?
No, we're not looking to...
I'll trade it to you for something shiny.
Well, I bet you that's something shiny.
That's not the trade I'm looking for.
Well, poop. It's shiny, though.
Not interested.
Shiny.
Did you?
It's shiny. Apparently doesn't want it. Okay. Well, then let's go take a look up here.
Well, boss, somewhere in there is our power core.
Yeah, here's the tower.
Anybody home?
You know, boss, I don't think that's ever going to work.
You never know.
We could try, you know. What's this? There's a code on here. A very, very long code with what appears to be all sorts of funny stuff. Okay, well, clearly we don't know the answer to that yet. I'm gonna have to get a pad of paper. I forgot about that portion.
A sturdy little robot. This must be where 187th Legion build tried shooting the door, but the damage is entirely superficial.
Amateurs.
Yes, amateurs at shooting stuff. What's this? A track?
Some kind of track running up the side of the tower.
Interesting. Can I climb up it?
It's far too high to try climbing.
Well, shoot. Do we have anything that could help us up there? I don't think so. I have some copper wiring.
That's never going...
Yeah, I didn't think so. It's not that strong, that copper wiring. Well, let's see. There's still one area we haven't really explored, which would be the underworks. And I'm trying to remember exactly how we get to that area. Let's see, it's not there. Hopefully I can find it pretty soon. Was it down here?
I am waiting.
We know you're waiting. I think this down here is actually the underworks. You can actually see some of the area we'll see later. How do I get down there? Actually, we want to ask the thing about the thing being the knowledge base about a few other things too. Maybe it knows like about Primer. Primer? Oh, it does. Primer is the notorious Urbanian hacker and vandal. Well, he is just a Urbanian hacker and vandal, and has been exiled to the underworks. Although there was insufficient proof to impose criminal punishment upon him, Metromine has forbidden him to use public streets or utilities, and effectively forcing him to stay in the quarantine area. I see. Oh, here we go.
It's too heavy for me to lift.
And I think that is how we get to the underworks, which means I need that damn crowbar.
Let me see.
Let's see. Do I have anything else that's shiny? I have shiny copper wiring.
Copper's not shiny enough.
Damn it. Maybe I have to shine up this disc first?
Did you even listen to what I
Yes, you want something shiny.
I'll trade it to you for something.
You want something shiny. This is a shiny coin. I will show you it's shiny.
It's a silver disc with a faded
It's
image
silver.
on its front.
Silver. Okay, let's go ahead and look around. Maybe there's some other stuff now. Maybe things have changed. Yes, they have.
A gray android.
A gray android. Hello. He cannot speak English. There's little Rexy Poo.
Rex Factor built.
He's adorable.
Oswald Factor built.
He's got custody today, I think. Hey there, Oswald.
Well, if it isn't my dear friend Horatio, to what do I owe the pleasure? Have you come to relieve me of another belonging?
But Rex is right here.
For the moment. Soon his visitation with Cornelius will begin.
I'm sorry.
Please do not embarrass us both with your false sympathy.
Well, let's see. Why do you and Cornelius hate each other so much?
Why do you and Cornelius hate each other?
Firstly, because he is arrogant, incompetent, and dishonest. And
Oh, I
secondly,
can't fight that.
because I once loaned him something of great sentimental value to me, and he lost it.
So why'd you ever like him in the first place?
I cannot say.
Goodbye.
I
Oh,
see.
so sweet, so-
And he's also got some oil
It's a
there.
can of oil. It belongs to Oswald.
Yeah, we can't just take it. Although, apparently, we could get off scot-free if we did. Okay. Lethal, come on. You gotta remember how to do this. You got 4 minutes until the end of the video. And of course, the copper wiring is not shiny enough. That's kind of shiny, but I doubt that's what it wants.
The entire thing is fried. Actually, wait a minute.
Oh, what's this?
The crystal and plug are still intact.
Aha!
Please, for the love of Ram and Rom, tell me we are not going to build a third energy sensor.
Nope.
I hope not.
But I got an idea. Hey. Got your shiny shit right here.
Let me see your coat.
Here we go.
I'll trade it to you.
Something shiny. This
A
crystal.
sodium iodide crystal. It pulses when exposed to energy.
It's kind of shiny. It's a crystal. I mean, crystals are supposed to be shiny, right?
Here you go.
There you
A nice
go.
shiny crystal.
And one heavy iron crowbar for you.
Why does that not seem like a great deal?
Alright, folks. So next time, we will head into the depths of the underworks. What will we find there? Well, you'll have to see next time.